So today was a very chilly day. I only went out for 4 hours and I was not expecting much because a little bit of a chilliness for Florida people is like they don't even want to open the door. But still it was a successful day. Did $1,200 in personal commission just in those 4 hours, which 1,080 of that will be paid out within a week and a half. Nice thing though, beyond just that, 40 minutes of those 4 hours, which is valuable time when you're making that much, I spent with someone that is a current customer. And I always like to check up on current customers just to make sure that everything is going good. It's good for me and it's good for them. And he said, yeah, he was having actually some issues as of recent. So I said, it's not necessarily my full domain, but let me see what I can do to try and help. First thing I did, I showed him how to do the router reset. We reset his router, but then the two things that I saw which really sort of caught my eyes, he had our router right next to the competitor's router, and that, number one, can cause like huge interference. It can mess up with just everything with transmitting speed wirelessly. And he also had like this big tin clock that was sort of covering our router, almost like between, it almost made like another wall. So I said, let's also move this here because I think that could be another issue. And we tested it. We did tests in different rooms, and it ended up being the issue of the clock and just having the routers right next to each other, because our speed was way higher once we did it. We measured it in the rooms that it was buffering in, and it was really good. He really appreciated it because this was a service that he tried because of the savings, because the speed is supposed to be better. And yeah, it didn't benefit me, but that's not always what sales is about. At least that's not what it always should be about. I think God gives the ability for sales to be an industry, not just for making money yourself or benefiting yourself, but even if you don't benefit at all and can help someone, that's an important thing. That's an important thing in life, in your career, to be able to have that aspect, not just to be fully money focused. On top of that, I have another customer, the last customer that I signed up of the day. They're an older couple, and for them, the savings would be super significant. I mean, they're paying $385 a month for the TV and internet bundled together. For us to put it in perspective, we'd be $59.99 for the internet, and then if they did like YouTube TV, that'd be $82.99. So they're looking at $143. That's like $250 in savings per month. And for them, this Friday evening, I told them I want to go over after my shift. I'm going to sort of go over, make sure that they know how to use Roku with their TV and know how to use YouTube TV. That way they can actually have the full benefit of the savings. Again, it's not something that I need to do. It doesn't increase my pay, but to me, it's the right thing to do, and it's the right thing to do that God gave me the blessing to be able to do.